there! So today I wanted to share with you why I want to do this particular meditation for conquering self-animosity. So this video is obviously about the 40-day meditation challenge that we're going to start on June 21st, 2018. And so this is a little bit of a personal kind of background on this. If you told me maybe 6 months ago that I will be doing anything about self-animosity, I'm not sure I would have believed you. So how it came up. I'm pretty good on the self-love and self-acceptance. It is something that I teach. It's really close to my heart. And I work really hard on accepting and loving all of the different parts and places of myself. And so this was a bit of a surprise. I'm usually pretty good with separating from my clients, right? We do some emotional work, sometimes it can get deep and powerful and challenging and very emotional, very vulnerable, and holding space for that can be challenging. And usually I'm pretty good though, okay? I'm able to separate and not take that on and kind of let it go in a good amount of time. And the last couple of months, I've noticed that my clients have kind of gotten to me. It's something that I just couldn't let go. I had a couple of interactions that weren't that great, and it really, it just, I don't want to say crushed me, but it really was really painful. I had, and again, it kind of happened in a row. So I had this kind of negative interaction that was partially, of course, self-created, and I totally recognize that. But it still, it hurt, and it sucked, and I cried, and it was not good. And some crying, feeling all emotional over this person that I've met one time. I had really good interaction with, really like poured my heart out, and worked on helping and all that good stuff. But again, one time, one interaction. And so I'm crying because it hurt. And as I'm crying, I'm thinking, like, what am I doing? Like, this is ridiculous. I should not be that upset because it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense to be so hurt. And I was like, this is not, I gotta ask for some help because I'm not sure. Like, I understand it's coming up. I understand maybe even why it's coming up, but I don't know, how do I move this out now? I'm like, there's gotta be something. So I asked at a Kundalini meditation group that I'm a part of, that I said they would know, because Kundalini meditations, they have meditations for pretty much just about anything. Like, you can think of it, there's some issue, they'll probably have a very specific meditation just for that. So I reached out on the forum and asked for help, described the situation, said, what can I do? What is the meditation practice that I can do? And I got some really good advice that was very helpful. And some of the advice was that to practice this meditation to conquer self-animosity. And at first I'm like, self-animosity, like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just being hurt by other person. How's that self-animosity? And the person that suggested it did a really good job explaining it and kind of elaborating it on it. And basically it has to do with boundaries. And in this kind of healing emotional world, we always talk in energy healing work. It's always about boundaries. Boundaries. Do we take on other people's stuff? Do we not take other people's stuff? How do we not do it? So it's all about boundaries. And, I thought I have pretty good boundaries after doing it for a while. But the way that the person explained it is that, we have our boundaries, we set them, but then when we allow someone to cross them and not stick to our own boundaries, then we are harming ourselves. And that's a self-animosity. So by having this interaction and ignoring my own boundaries, I threw them out, and allowed the other person. So I am harming myself through that. And I said, oh, okay, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to practice self-defeating behaviors. I don't want to have it in my mind. I don't want to have it in my subconscious. I don't want to sabotage my own efforts, because my efforts are to be, an aware, mindful, loving person, successful person. I don't want to sabotage that. I want to get whatever gunk is in there. I want it out. I want it out and gone. And so after this suggestion, I practiced this meditation a little bit. I didn't do 40 days, I didn't do it in a row, but I practiced a few days and I noticed a difference with how I am being. And even to the point that here I am making this very public and putting it out into the world. And that was just practicing for a few days. And I'm like, yes, let's try it. I'm sure it's going to be hard. I'm sure it's going to be stuff coming up. And I'll be tested probably again and again, just like you will be, if you just join me along. But I think the reward is just so important because, again, we don't want this self-sabotaging patterns. We don't want to sabotage our efforts. We want to actually succeed, and we don't want something stopping us. We don't want those blocks. So this meditation will help you do that. It's very simple. We'll do the instructional video. You'll see that it is actually simple. It is very short. So you can, if you have a meditation practice already, you can just tack it on. It will take hardly any time. If you don't have a meditation practice, it is a great place to start because it is so brief, so you'll be able to find time. So I really hope you'll join me. I'll do another video that why else I'm doing it, because I just it came up as I've been thinking about it, so I'll share some more. And I hope you'll join me, and I'll see you.